What's going on, YouTube? So today's video came at a request of a comment I got on my prior video. So I'm going to be opening this iPad, like turning it on and showing you if it still runs and stuff. Now, don't expect groundbreaking performance. It is over 10 years old and tech moves really fast. Like even within 6 months, something's outdated. So you can imagine this is kind of a fossil in today's technology standards. But let's look into it and boot it up. So, boots on. I did some testing before, but it boots up pretty good. But just look at all those bezels, eh? Those are some chunky bezels, bro. Like, what? It looks the same as my MacBook over here, the 2012 right here. This is from like mid-2000s, right? 2010, so. But anyways, the nostalgic slide to unlock. So let's slide to unlock. And then boom, we did that. So it works. I mean, I can load web pages and stuff, though pretty slow. But I mean, I can still do a couple things on here. I mean, let's look up something. Google. Hi. Just look at the old design. My goodness. Okay, so Google is still loading apparently, as you can see. So I mean, it is kind of usable. I mean, I can't really say because I don't really use this iPad. It's more of a prop for my videos. I would just like flip it over and put something on it, right? And do a review or something. But it is operational and it has decent speed if you're doing light browsing or anything. So let's hop into settings over here. Look at the old school logo. Just look at that. Look how old school that is. Music, messages. So old school. Oh my goodness. So I didn't log into this with my Apple ID because there's no point. It's probably not going to read on Apple's website. Or it probably could, but highly unlikely. So it's on my Wi-Fi. Notifications, roughly. These are your options. Location services on. Brightness and wallpaper. I must say, it gets really bright. I mean, I guess this MacBook and this iPad kind of have the same brightness. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. Dissolve origami. My goodness. So as you can see here, it's checking for updates. Obviously, this only goes up to iOS 4 point something, or 5, sorry. So this goes up to iOS 5.1.1. This iOS is completely outdated. I mean, you're talking about over 10 years. But I do have a project for this. Maybe I would run this as a jailbroken device and play some games. I have yet to get to that. I've been so busy. I go to school full time. I work full time. So, I mean, I don't really have time to do much after, but I'll get the content out for you guys, no problem. But yeah, pretty old school thing. This is when Twitter was actually pre-installed on this, before it was known as X. I actually prefer Twitter than this new one. I don't know what Elon Musk is doing, but all the power to him, right? Billionaire. Guy's like, yo, I'm going to buy this, buys it, and then that's it. Safari, old school. Messages. This could use iMessage, but obviously I'm not going to use it. I got so many other devices to use for. iTunes, video, photos, notes. It's a pretty bare bones operating system. I think if I do this, yeah. So this is pre iPhone when you can slide up and stuff. When you actually had a physical home button, even that's dated. The Notes app is pretty cool. I have a YouTube Notes app where I jot down some notes. So I do use this sometimes. I mean, like I said, I have so many other devices. I have my laptop, I got my M1 Max. There's so many other devices I use that actually work and are updated. But I just like owning the very first iPad. I think Steve Jobs did really good with this one. I wish I could have owned it when it came out, but I was a kid. I couldn't afford it. I was in school being a hooligan, as you all know. So, I mean, I never had time. But now I'm getting older. I got time. I can revisit this tech. But yeah, there's not much going on with this iPad. I mean, you got newsstand over here. Look how old school that is. My goodness. You got the calendar. Oof. I don't even remember using this, but it's just like that skeuomorphic iOS. I think by iOS 7, the new guy designed, I think Johnny Ive, he put the new design. I mean, if I had it, I would show you. My iPad's charging, but yeah, it was a different design. Let's check out some wallpapers. Forgot to check. Where are you guys? Photos. General. This should have wallpapers, no? I think so. Oh yeah, here. brightness and wallpaper. So not a lot of wallpapers to choose from. What's this one look like? I think I'm gonna use this. I'll set it as both for whatever. So yeah, like I said, pretty basic, man. Just don't expect much from this thing. You got the 30-pin connector right there. As you can see, right there. Got the speaker grill there. You got the power button here. And you got the 3.5mm headphone jack there. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a standard game like this, but like I think the guy who owned it didn't really tell me that this wasn't working. Like it just plops into place. I don't know. Check out iTunes. Start it up. Does this still load? Yeah, see, you can't connect. It's old. Even YouTube won't boot. Like if you try booting YouTube, this is when they would pre-install YouTube. I think after iOS 6 they stopped for whatever reason. But yeah. YouTube's not even loading. Look at that. Cannot connect to YouTube. That's just how outdated this thing is. Fully usable by, I mean, what you can do with it is probably you can turn it into a digital media interface. Like you could put photos and do a slideshow, turn it sideways and slide it up. Or you can just use it as a prop like I do and like review something, right? Or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's not really much you can do with this. I got this for a collector's point of view because I like retro Apple tech. Vintage is like 90s, 80s. I want to get some of those, but I grew up with this era, so I want to get around here. I don't know what to say. I wish it was more usable. I mean, these bezels are eyesores to me, but you know, this was the first device with Apple Silicon. The A4 chip was in here, also in the iPhone 4, which is again revolutionary for its time, as I said in my other video. So I mean, hey man, it all stems from this. So if you guys didn't know, this was supposed to come out before the iPhone, but Steve Jobs was like, nah, I'm going to get the iPhone out first, forget it. And then when the 3GS was announced, when the 4 was coming out, he's like, all right. And I think he knew his health was deteriorating, so he kind of wanted to make one final stand. So he announced the iPad, and he got the iPhone 4, two biggest products of 2010. And then the next year, he passed away peacefully, rest in peace. And then here we are as today. We have vintage Mac. I mean, we got the M1s now. Apple Silicon's pretty much on every single device. They're going to phase out Intel at this point, but I've been using Apple Silicon. It's really reliable, really fast, and you know, it's all in one. I kind of like it, but I wish they would make their stuff more repairable or more open to upgrade, but whatever, man. But yeah, guys, this will conclude my little opening, like trying of this device. So it's fully functional. Like I said, don't expect much from here. It's just a prop at this point for me, but I must say the battery's really good on this. I charged it like a week ago, it's still at 100%. So I don't think the guy used it so much, but if I were to take off the case, you would see like dog marks. What I don't understand is every product I get like from Apple or from eBay, it looks like a dog chewed on it. I'm saying to myself, bro, how the heck does your iPad look like a dog chewed on it? Like, I don't know. I don't know how people take care of their device, but my devices are flawless. You will not see any marks on them. So I don't know how a dog could bite this and whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, guys, peace out. Stay tuned for my next video. Starting next week at the posting of this video, I'm going to start my upgrade series. So I'm upgrading this. It's already upgraded, but I'm going to give you the rundown of it. I got a half-hour video coming, so it's going to be really good. And, you know, so stay cool, man. Anyways, guys, peace out. Stay blessed.